Hello, my name is Anjani. Here is the chart for the new moon, which is today, September 19th, and the exact time is 10:29 p.m. for Pacific Standard Time. The new moon is hitting at 27 degrees. The sun and moon will be together at 27 degrees in the sign of Virgo. So for every new moon, what occurred to me on this new moon cycle was kind of interesting because we have the full moon and then we're in Virgo season, we're in that season, and then the new moon, it's a beginning point, but it's also like the ending point. So we're getting out of Virgo season in just a couple of days. The sun will move into Libra. So it's sort of like we've been working Virgo, we've been doing Virgo things, experiencing the Virgo energy from the sun, and the full moon point is sort of bringing closure to what we've learned in this moon cycle, and also starting, so we're setting intentions for the new cycle that the moon is going to go through, ending Virgo and getting ready to start Libra. So looking at that for yourself, and let's use the chart to ask some questions. So how am I doing my sacred work? What is my sacred work? And then looking also at the opposite, which is Pisces, how is my sacred work influencing the collective? And what am I, from the collective unconscious or the collective conscious, the collective energy all together? How is my sacred work influencing that? And how is that influencing my sacred work? So I like to look at everything in polarity, because there's not just sacred work, there is the whole polarity of what Pisces represents and what Virgo represents are opposites on one pole. So the other thing is that Chiron is directly opposite this sun and moon conjunction. So the sun and moon conjunct in Virgo is exact in opposition to Chiron, who's been in Pisces. But what this is really highlighting is your new, I want to say the new intentions, the new moon, which is always an ending and a beginning to a phase and a cycle. So it's a transitional point. And how Chiron, the alchemy of wounds, how do you alchemize your wounds, integrate, digest intense material? So many intense things. I don't know if I'm sure it's not just me. I'm sure that it's, we've had a lot of hurricanes and fires and a lot of transitions in the earth, a lot of changes happening in the earth. Virgo being the sign of the priest, the priestess, it is like Gaia, the earth, and those who are working in harmony with the earth, tracking the patterns, the cycles, the rhythms of the earth, being in harmony with nature. All of these things sort of are what Virgo represents. Chiron is, I call Chiron the alchemizer, the alchemist, alchemist of sacred wounds. It's not just, so we've known Chiron as the wounded healer, but to me it's not, I don't see Chiron that way as a wounded healer. I see Chiron as one who's able to digest wounds and make medicine. So you can call that a healer. I don't like to say wounded healer, because I think we're all wounded and we're all healers. It's, the ones who can do alchemy with the wound, who can digest the wound and create the medicine and prepare the medicine and move the medicine. That's really what the imagery that I like to use for Chiron. So when we're looking at this opposition with the sun and moon opposing Chiron, it really is, how can you digest the wounds. Everything that you've seen and experienced, whether you've been directly in the line of hurricanes and fires and floods and all of the big changes that the earth is going through, you definitely, if you've been experiencing it, have more to digest because you've lost your house or you've lost things or family members. And I've been in those situations with Earth, through hurricanes, mostly living in the Caribbean areas and in Florida. So I know that that's a different level, but for those of us experiencing it, we're still having, that it stirs up doubt about our security and our stability, and then we're also people. If you haven't been directly in a hurricane, flood, or fire, you're still having your life to digest. There's still things happening that are up. They're up. So this new moon, which is happening today, exact time 10:29 p.m. If you're awake, it would be a wonderful time to go sit outside in the dark of the no moon and just not looking for things to digest or looking, because sometimes it's joy, sometimes it's immense joy or a super pleasurable experience that you've had that didn't fully move through your system, and that can be stuck and create a lock and tension in your body or in your psyche, the way that you're processing the world and experiencing the world. So, maybe going out tonight under the dark of the no moon and just being there, sitting there, not expecting anything, and if you have things to work on, definitely it's a good time to bring them out, write it down under the dark, just write or sing, or if you play music, play instruments, that's a wonderful time to just, get with your instrument and let your instrument play you in a way, just to move energy. So we have also in the sign of Virgo a lot of things going on, which, so Mercury is with Mars, talking, communicating about the aggression and the assertiveness and the drive and the ambition, that powerful projectile energy, communicating about that and communicating with that also. So excuse me, that was actually, that's Venus with Mars. And Mercury is there also, but Venus and Mars conjunct is a different flavor. It's more putting together oh, wow, wow. So what I said about Mercury and Mars is still true because they are conjunct each other, but these guys are also conjunct each other. So this is a really good time for uniting your feminine and masculine qualities within yourself. Also connecting with, if you have a partner, Venus and Mars together is a really good time for connection with the beloved. If the beloved is within you as your primary partner, still wonderful time to connect with that energy within yourself. The communication piece is there because Mercury is right in the mix of Venus and Mars. So however you communicate with the beloved, the lover within, communicating with it, communicating about it. We also have this fire trine, which is pointing us to action and passion, intensity, moving out into the world. So thank you so much for watching the video. Ask any questions. I look forward to connecting with you soon.